Matt Garstka is so good. One of those drummers you just watch and you take a look at yourself in the mirror and go, fuck, I hate myself. Anyway, Animals as Leaders. This is a drum playthrough on the Meinl page. Physical education. It's always a treat to watch and play. I'm excited. Let's go. The tuning, though, right away. I like the triple left-hand stuff on the hi-hat. That's cool. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, the crash joke. 4 bars almost felt metric for a moment. A nice variety here. All right, there we go. Yes, then it starts to become much more Animals as Leaders. All right, the first minute 10, beautiful. I mean, the whole thing is going to be beautiful, but let's go back and talk about the parts that we love the most, at least that I've loved the most so far. And if you're new to the channel, we do a lot of stops and starts and kind of go back just to appreciate, because this level of musicianship is just so killer, man. I was lucky enough to see them live, and it was just like a display of proficiency. Chops, chops, chops. However, in the beginning here, we have such a nice and tasty groove, and I love the way once the second guitar player comes in, the way the right foot is interacting with that lower guitar line. But the first and foremost, obviously you hit play, eargasm immediately, because the tuning, dude. The tuning and the miking is out of control. How great the snare drum sounds. Sorry, everything sounds great. The toms feel like butter, man. The cymbals sound ridiculous, but you know, the amount of mics, it's also on the Meinl page. Like, it makes sense why, you know, and they know how to play really well. That thing right there, I can't tell if that was between we get the down on the right and the rest of that 16-note triple on the hi-hat there, and then we open at the end. But super, super tasty little embellishments. I absolutely love that. I don't know if that was part of the track or if we're getting rims on toms there, but man, that sounded so good. Boom. It's a cool melody, but yeah, that's like fun. But I just really like to geek out with what's happening with the right foot versus the low end, kind of like the bass simulated. I know they're both guitarists, but just the role of what you're getting on. I think that kind of stuff, even though I know it's going to get way more complicated, the fact that it's already, I mean, in reality, it's already difficult. I know a lot of you are progressive musicians and you handle this stuff on the daily. I'm not. I'm a very different type of percussionist, but I love this. Like, tickles the brain when you listen to this kind of stuff. But I definitely nerd out for the interaction, because I'm also a bassist. So I nerd out for interaction of like kick drum versus, you know, the low end, the guitarist that's taking kind of the bass role there to give us that like repeated groove to allow everything else to be on top of it, because it's really good. And kind of signature sound a little bit. Splash stuff. Tasty. Now, of course, right, you're like, oh, I can get on top of that. We're going to get those 4 bars of pretty like agogic type accents where it's, you know, you can sit there and count with it and you can like easily figure out where it is. However, I would assume over time, if we get that theme repeated back, probably going to get crazy with what happens on top of it, but it feels really good. It's so good, man. Like, absolute love. The other thing that I dig about watching him play, you know, like, The downstroke is pretty powerful here. Like when I'm teaching all my students, the analogy that we always use for like legato versus staccato. Legato meaning like smooth, open, connected. Staccato being short and detached, or kind of like a color code, like green being more legato strokes, red being more, the opposite of that. The analogy we use the most, like the basketball. Like you take a ball, you dribble it. What happens? You throw the ball down, the ball bounces, assuming that it's inflated. Yada yada yada. It bounces back to you. Very smooth, right? Legato. Staccato, more downstrokes being if you palm the ball and you put the ball on the ground and you pull it back. That's kind of like the main difference of showing that analogy to younger people. So always kind of fascinating to watch folks that are on this level of drumming with the varieties of how they approach the kit. But like right now, we're seeing such a pretty, like, kind of more of a red color, like focused more downstrokes into the head, yet so much is going to happen. For me, it's fascinating because I'm like the worst kit player. I could play it. Like my 2 rock beats, I'm good to go. Give me the James Brown funk gig, I'll hang out on it. When I see this kind of stuff, I'm like, oh my God, it's like mind blowing. All right, what's the next section gonna have for us? Dude, what a cool use of metric modulations that is shifting the focal point of rhythm around. Let's go back to like the 106 mark here. I was like counting, I was like, oh, it's in 4. This actually is my brain. And then I was like, oh, we went to other places, and then we just kind of switched where the focal point is going to be. It's a wonderful listening experience though. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I think maybe, I don't know, not totally sure. But all the important part is to just kind of figure out that the 8th note stays the same, and then we're going to move our sequences there and how we group the different meters. But man, is it fucking fun to listen to, dude? The guitar part's wild with the sustain. Maybe 7. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba. The way metrically, because the 8th notes, it's still moving, but the way the guitar part now shifts, it just really gives doom, da, doom, da, doom, da. And it's cool because it takes your brain, you flip for a second. When you're not the person looking at the lead sheet and understand where everything's going and what you're playing and executing all that together as the musicians, the listener gets a very different experience. It's kind of like pulling the rug out for a moment and then you get reset. But that's like the fun of it. Like, obviously, if you're on this level, it'd be super fun to play too. But I would make the argument that first time listenings have that ability to be like, holy shit, where are we going? Like it's very like cool, like how weird the slopes can feel, because you could be like right side up and then you're in a different room and you're like standing on the sidewall, But the solo over the top feels free from that form, Jesus. That's beautiful musicianship. Let's keep going. Oh, wow. Second roll. What an interesting place to take the feel. pro. Listen to the feet, man. All right, let's go back before we get too. God damn it, dude! It's so frustrating. I love the variation, the augmentation, and the feet that we get. So it sounded like that one spot that I thought might have been rim stuff. He was playing super close to the bell on the hi-hat, but then it kind of continued as he's moving around the kit, so it could be part of the track as well. But you know, doesn't matter. Not really. Like that part right there. Yeah, so probably just lining it up perfectly with a hi-hat on that. But pretty exploratory use of cymbals here. And just the cleanliness of this double stroke roll that we're going to get on this cymbal in a second is really, really nice. That's 205. Let's go back to like 155 and grab this again. Nice touch. This part is interesting. That's so difficult, dude. Oh my god, it's just fuck, dude. The ghost note quality, all that stuff that's going on, the clarity of just fluidity within the sound is like ridiculously stupid fucking good. Oh my god, dude. It's funny because you almost get like borderline jazz playing here, and I know it's like someone has told me like in previous comments, because I've made comments about like, God, he looks like such a jazz player at moments, and folks have said that he said about himself, he's like, I'm not a jazz musician. It's funny because there's so many crossovers there that clearly work very, very, very well. Let's grab that fluidity again. That's 226. Go to 216. Just appreciate this. Pretty heavy touch, I guess, for that. Come on, dude. The phrasing all around that. This is like stupidly good. I don't even know what the subdivision is if what we're playing, what he's playing against that, because you kind of geek out on listening to the fill and what the flow is versus the constant within the guitar lines there to keep us above water. Oompa, oompa. I didn't even notice. Oh, and he echoed it in the ride there too. Cool. Sorry, what we're talking about was the use going over to the hi-hat and then that same kind of pattern extended over to the ride there. Really, really great shaping and just obviously musical phrasing. Fucking stellar use of musicianship. Shifts in our triplet rhythms. And here's, sorry. I know we stop a lot. There's so much good to say about him. The really interesting part here is now that we've had this middle section here with a lot of exploratory rhythms on the drum set, then you take the line that the low end guitar player, the guitar part is giving us, and augment that with his feet. And this is where it gets super. It was already deflating. It's already super intimidating. And then this happens. Oh my god. That was almost like a hemiola, I guess. There we go. my God, dude. Yeah, then we're back. Oh man, I didn't. Sorry, my fault. I stopped the end of that phrase a little too early. I felt it incorrectly. Hold on. Let's take the last 15 then, and then we'll let it go on. This is a ridiculous ending statement. Flow, man. Linear drumming. We'll go back, don't worry. Just want to make sure. Okay, let's go back and look at that. That was dummy good, man. That was dummy good. I love the single fours, man. Jesus Christ. Interesting. That's very, it's clever to come out of it because remember we talked about the Agagic accent pattern that was happening before with like the cymbal chuck and all that stuff. We're revisiting these ideas now as predicted, just filled in with a ridiculous display. I mean, what do you even say, dude? Like, just fucking, dude, these videos is pointless anyway. It's just fun to like, only drummers click on this shit and we're all just like jaw dropping together going, God damn, son. Like, Jesus Lord. It's fun to watch though. I love the ride pattern right there. And the stuff that does make me geek out massively is the quality of sound and the consistency of the quality of sound. Because there's a lot to be said, dude. That's a lot of demand. You got to like move your body, all this stuff. Your limbs are crossing. We have all this, like, it's super easy to play in zones that are not the same, you know? Like, so you have to like... the speed that's happening, the cool creative rhythms that are happening, the demand of linear relationships between feet and hands. Then on top of all of that, you've got to play in time. You got to play with the rest of the band. You got to play with the click. But then you have to produce a good quality of sound. That's what, you know, for the folks that are not musicians that like watch these videos, if you do, even if you even get that far, because I'm aware I stop a lot. We talk, you know, we probably talk too much, whatever. The other elements that you need to appreciate that most people just will never achieve in their lifetime is having a great quality of sound on top of all those things. And you're seeing it real time. Like, this isn't like some crazy like video shoot where everything's fucking mixed and mastered later on and like, you know, every little error is like produced. Like, this is the real deal, man. This guy has this skill set. So that's why we like drool so much when we see this display. Anyway, let's keep going. Jeez.
Hi, I'm Matt Garstka.
Hi, Matt. You're the best, bro. You're the best. Anyway, there it is. That was like super fun to watch and just be a geek on and just appreciate what's going on. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Have you ever seen them live? If you haven't, check it out. I'm sure a lot of you have. And I can't wait for the next time to happen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching with me. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me when I'm live on Twitch. You can find a link for my socials down in the video description below. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please and thank you. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next video. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these two videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.